One. What it do?
We
What?
live, baby. Son, give me the intro, man.
It's the Trash Talk Countdown Show. Ooh. Ooh. Hey.
Hey,
Ooh.
hey, all that ad lib stuff, man. You need to stop all that ad lib now.
What?
You know what I'm
What?
saying? Get the
My
people
bad.
the little intro and then get up out. You know what I'm saying? Introduce us. Introduce yourself.
I'm trying to figure out the whole, with Bobby and Shine. I'm still working on it. I got to work on it in the shower. But
Yo,
listen.
welcome to another episode of Trash Talk Countdown Show. Look, I'm your host, Bobby. That's Shine right below me. What we getting into today, Shine?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. UFC 264. No,
264.
that said one.
Oh, you said four.
I
But
said
go ahead.
one.
Yeah, you said four.
Too bad we can never, review the tape and figure out whether
Oh,
it
we
was or
reviewing the
not.
tape. No, I
So
can do the
look,
tape right now.
UFC 261 was on paper a great card, and it is always wonderful when a great card delivers, and it did.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ah,
Oh boy.
we
Oh
did
boy.
we did a lot of living. We did a lot of living in this card.
Oh yeah.
Lot going on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you want to just
Oh
hop
yeah.
right into it because I feel like
Man,
we got
look,
a lot
look.
to talk
Some of the
about.
let's get into some of the topics we're gonna talk about before we get to the first one. Look, I like the names on the side right here. Masvidal was baptized last night. He got baptized. He seen Jesus. He's no longer street Jesus to everyone else. He saw Jesus, and then he came back to life. He told his kids, "That is all right. He's coming home soon." And then and new and still got your girls in the ring. I'm sorry, women in the ring. Man, that was some fights, good fights last night. Oh my leg. Oh my leg. Oh my leg. Back to back legs. Oh my leg. And I will slap you. Hey, stay tuned later for I will slap you because he got something to say about that, man. But first off, man, what we getting into, man?
Look, Usman versus Masvidal 2.
Man,
Uh,
this was supposed to be a this is supposed to be a knockout drag out fight.
no, it wasn't.
Most I'm just saying, not Sean. Let me finish what I was saying before you go ahead and chime in to your opinion. This is supposed to be a knockout drag out fight. This is supposed to go 3 to 4 rounds. This is supposed to be a ground and pound wrestling match, but it ended up being something else, man. Give us some details on this right here, man.
Apparently, no one got the memo but me. I tried to tell y'all from the beginning that I didn't see this fight happening like any other way. I didn't see the avenue where Jorge Masvidal was going to win. Now, I didn't
I saw
see. I know you did, but guess what? It didn't happen.
it.
Now, I didn't see the what do you want to call it? The shot heard around the world. What do you want to call it? Listen, have you ever seen a man hit another man that hard?
Man, I have never seen a man connect like he connected last night. Like he went through his face. Usually you see like a snapback, somebody get hit right in the pressure point or the jaw, the chin, right at the button. They get hit in the button and it's like a snapback. He hit, boom, snap back. He went through his chin.
Look, he
His
was
shoulder hit his face on the way to the ground.
he was Jorge Masvidal was instantly no longer sweating.
They
He was
said he took a shower
he
with
was
his sweat.
instantly no longer sweating. And there's something to say about that. I see we can't show replays, so you'll have to go out and find it because we get in trouble.
Yeah,
But
we already got in trouble with that.
that might be the hardest right hand that anybody in the history of people have ever been hit with.
Dude, I gotta take back every bad thing I said about Usman before his last 2 fights. I called him a boring fighter. I said this man is one of the worst champions I've ever seen. He makes all he does is hug and wrestle and this, that, and the other. This man has went out, found him a training partner who worked on his hands, and that right hand was lethal from the very beginning. But now that right hand is a missile launcher waiting to make contact, and it made contact last night to a point where it was like Masvidal was like, "Holy shit, I didn't see that." Masvidal was saying before the fight. He said Usman hits don't. He said he hits like pillows. He said his hits are so soft they like pillows. He said he can take any of his punches. And you saw before he got hit right here. Masvidal got tapped in the face one good time. He started laughing. And then all of a sudden he was asleep, woke up, and he was like, "Damn, what the hell happened?"
So
This
what's
fight
that?
was crazy, man.
What's that?
This fight was crazy.
What?
He was asleep. He got
What?
baptized.
What
Woke up.
is that? That does sound like some respect on his name.
Man, I gotta put respect on Usman's name. Man, I got to. After that performance right
That
there,
does
you
sound
gotta
like a
put
little
respect on his
respect on
name.
his name.
That
Now,
guy
now,
came in and showed out.
now, with that being said, look, he drops Masvidal with the right hand. He drops Gilbert Burns with a power jab. So my man
Like
is
20, he
explosive
he hit him with 27 power jabs, man.
in both hands. So there's not a lot that isn't going to be said about this fight. The fact that the fight happened again, Usman said it. He's like, "Look, I'm only taking this fight so I can put a little stamp on it, let everybody know you don't be going the distance with your boy. Let me go on and put your lights out." Then he put the
Yes.
lights out with that
Yes.
quote unquote mosquito bite that he hit him with. Does this? We got to start talking about it because he's not gonna be around here for long. He talked about the idea that he might walk away, and he's starting to clean out the division. Is this one of our greatest?
Man, I don't want to say that, but his work speaks for itself. I mean, he gets better and better every time he steps into the cage. Um, his next fight, they're saying it's supposed to be against Kobe Covington. That was
I
one.
don't
That was
understand
that
that, but
was that
whatever.
was an interesting fight, but I don't see what Kobe can do to not get knocked
Did
out.
you hear the interview?
I mean, I heard it, but I didn't believe him.
Did you hear
I did not.
Kobe?
I didn't. I heard Kobe's interview, and I didn't believe a word he said in that interview.
He wasn't even
Not a word.
look. He was look. He
It
was
felt like
looking. He was looking at the ground. He like, look,
yeah,
yeah, he got
yeah, man,
nothing.
yeah.
Hey,
He
hey,
broke
Kobe
his
said.
jaw. He
Kobe
broke
said,
his jaw the last time.
and now it's like he hit harder. So look, listen to this man's resume, and you tell me: Jorge Masvidal, Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal, Kobe Covington, Tyron Woodley, Rafael dos Anjos, Damian Maia. Those are all the notable names of his past 6, 7 wins.
Yeah, I know, man,
My
but
man putting up numbers.
he is, man. But the problem I have with this division right now is that you have some good names on that list. Yeah, we have some great names on that list. But if he was in a different era, then I can easily say yes,
But
greatest of all time.
you
But
got
he got a journeyman Masvidal. He
yeah.
got up and coming Gilbert Burns. He's
Uh,
got Tyron Woodley on his last leg. So I mean, it
uh,
seems like he's catching all these fighters at the right time. He's catching them either going to their peak or coming from their peak, or catching a fighter that's been up and down his whole career. I'm just saying that's the only thing I'm putting out for his resume, man. And he is actually, I can say he's one of the greatest right now. But is he? That's a question mark. But is he not just getting better and better? And is he going to be? You got to put him out there. Got to. Got to put him out there.
so then I don't know. I want to say like let's hold our reservations for him to see if he's one of the greatest, like one of the best to do this. But it's like who does he beat that we go, oh
There's
man, he's already beat everybody.
he has. I mean, he can fight Wonder Boy. He hasn't fought him yet. Um, that's about it. That's about it. Wonder Boy is the only one. That's about it. I don't see anyone else. If he continues on the path that he's going right now,
Mm-hmm.
he just gonna keep stacking dubs. He keeps stacking dubs. I mean, you can't not say he's the greatest of all time, especially not only in his division but pound for pound. This dude went from just to break this down in perspective. This dude went from wrestling, putting people to the ground. He has 100% takedown defense. That means no one has taken him to the ground. He went from that to standing up with people and banging. Dude, He went from breaking your wheel on the ground to knocking you through your face. This guy's just I don't see who beats him. I don't think no one beats him, and you can't deny he's one of the greatest of all time. But with his resume and what's coming up, you can question it, but you can't deny it.
All right,
And
so
there's no
who's
hate
next?
right here. It's got to be Kobe Covington, man. Look, here's the thing about Kobe. Here's the thing. Look, I like Masvidal versus Usman fight because I thought Masvidal had something in his hands that Usman couldn't get away from. Masvidal was going to do something and some kind of highlight, knock him out, do something, but it didn't happen. Kobe Covington gets under so many people's skin that we would love to see somebody like Usman, who always says the right thing, knock him the fuck out. I'm just saying,
Okay,
just
that's all
knock
right.
him the
So let
fuck
me
out.
go www.youtube.com. Let's see. Usman versus Colby. Oh, look, it already happened.
But he keep talking, man. We got to shut him up this time.
Oh,
Not
you got
break
to
his.
shut him up again. That's what y'all telling me.
But that fight lasted too long, man. It's got to be short.
Oh,
It's
okay.
got
So
to
he
be
got to put a
short.
stamp on it.
You
He
got to
got
put a
it.
stamp
He
on
got if he hit Kobe if he hit Kobe with one of them showstoppers, it'll be a wrap. Got it.
a wrap. And
All
then he
right.
can't talk no more.
All right. Let's move on because we still had two more title fights on that.
Hey, before we get to the other two title fights, man, look, bottom right corner, habits 365. That's what we try to do every single day. We try to create good habits 365 days a year. If you want to wear that gear on your chest, go to habits365.com/ trash talk BS. And if you want your logo in the bottom right corner, because we got a 30-minute show or 40-minute show each and every week, you can always hit us up at
My feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
it's the greatest email account ever made. Let's get into the and new and still
So,
women's
and
fights last night.
Thug Rose, Nama Yunus, fought Zhang Wali.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that I was
Kicked the
wrong.
shit out of him. Well, go ahead.
I was wrong about this fight.
I was.
Not that I don't support Rose
I tried to
Namajunas.
tell you.
I've always rooted for Rose and stuff like that. But it seemed as if in the beginning of this, like, I didn't think her head was in it. But you always kind of seemed that way. Then when she got with all her comments, the better read than dead, I'm like, I feel like we way out there right now. Something ain't right. And I don't, if she's not coming in fully in this fight, then I don't think she could beat Zhang Wali. And
You were wrong.
she goes to throw, she's throwing his head kick the whole time. And Zhang Wali thought it was a leg kick. So she does that little Olay thing that you do where you get out of the way of a leg kick, but her head was just right there. And it just came up, just smack. And then she just all the way down. And then she came
went
through
limp.
with a couple Thriller Nights. Man. And then Zay Wali got up like, no, I was good. And we all looking like, bruh,
You was asleep on the way down.
I don't think you were good. Like,
I don't think we both saw the same fight, man. Because you said she was going to throw that leg kick to the face. I felt like she was throwing a low leg kick for the first what 30 to 40 seconds of the fight, and then all of a sudden that's why Wally thought that it was going to be a low leg kick and then got caught. That's what I saw. But I might have I might have seen something that wasn't there because all of a sudden she kicked in the head and I forgot everything that happened before that. I'm just saying.
yeah, no, I'm saying Zhang Wali thought it was a low kick. So she does the
True.
Olay where you just throw your legs back. And oh, look, you missed. But then it was a head kick and then it was a wrap. And it was something to
Man,
see.
that was nasty, man. That was pure gold. I love to see a person like Rose actually get some kind of satisfaction and victory to go along with all the other things she's accomplished within the UFC. And she's just an overall good person. She has good when she gets on the mic, especially after the fight, she has something good to say. And she always wanted to bring positivity not only to the MMA world but also to the world in general. So I like Rose as a person, and I'm glad and happy that she got the belt. But we need to talk about and still Shevchenko just beating this girl lady to the ground. She didn't have a chance.
Man. So
Shevchenko, you got to tell the people the story about this, man, because Andrade needed to come in and do what?
so and this was the fight that I was like, if anybody's got a puncher's chance in these 3 title fights, as hard as Jessica Andrade hits, maybe it's her. So if I have to pick an upset, which I did, I picked
You're
this
wrong.
upset. And son, they were like, look, she's gonna stand a chance. You can't stand in there toe to toe with Valentina Shevchenko. You might have to go out there, maybe wrestle a little bit. And I guess Valentina was back there listening to Lil Wayne before the fight started or something. Cause she picked that girl up and she dropped on her head. I was like, bro. She got her down. She went for the back. She stood up. Nope, go back down. She come in. She duck under. Here you go. Back to the ground. To the point that she dropped her. You could just see Jessica Andrade's face like. Even the commentator was like, what exactly does she do right here? The answer was not a damn thing. She went to the crucifix and then
Get your ass whooped.
and
That's
then
what she need. She will do. Get your ass whooped.
she just mercifully stopped it.
Man, I gotta stop you right here, man. In this picture right here, you see the ref look at Jessica, and he said in his mind, "You just got your ass whooped." He said, "Oh, you okay?
You all right?
Because you didn't even fight. Are you here? Did you see what happened to you? Don't watch this film. Just throw it in the trash."
It's just
That shit was crazy.
it's just amazing how dominant she is. Now I know there was a question posed beforehand. One of our longtime members called in. Name's Bobby. He said, "Does she go up and fight Amanda Nunes?"
Yeah, man. I feel like
She has
man,
no reason to go back to 135.
just do it.
There's no
Like
reason to go back to
just do it.
135.
We
Like
want to see the big fights, man. We don't want to see uh somebody just dominate in their division and just run through everybody and then do it all over again.
and
Go
I
up,
defend
fight the best.
no, you can't say that. That's unfair to Valentina Shevchenko in this
Okay.
certain instance. You can't say that because we thought that this was a fight. We thought that Jessica Andrade
It
was
wasn't.
gonna put up a fight. Turns out we were wrong, and that ain't
Yeah.
got nothing to do with her. That was us.
If this was a mauling, this was a straight in the street. I see you on site. You done got messed up. Now the police coming trying to find me. This is what that was.
Oh
This was
man,
crazy. This was a beat down. It's like,
Oh.
where'd he go? Why'd he hit me so many times? Why didn't y'all help me? That's what kind of fight this was.
So look, let's get on to round number 3, the uncomfortable round.
Before we get to the uncomfortable round, man, I gotta say again, look, Habits 365. That's what we try to do. If you want that apparel, you want to wear it, love it, like it, just hit habits365.com/TriStalkBS for a 10% discount. And if you want your logo in the bottom right corner, you can always hit us up at
My feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
Hey man, greatest email account ever made. Now look, I'm gonna close my eyes when you put this on here because I don't really want to see it. But go ahead, show the people.
So look, no, just to let you know beforehand, disclaimer: if you don't want to see weird or gross stuff, don't look. The first was not as bad. But we got to start with the Jimmy Crute versus Anthony Smith fight because look at
Do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg.
So
Do the
Anthony,
stanky leg.
so everybody's leg was in danger. Look, Anthony Smith kicked this dude in the back of his leg, and all his nerves just said, "All right, we done." Listen, I need you look at this. His foot is facing towards Anthony Smith, but his knee is 90 degrees in the other direction.
That shit is crazy.
It ain't supposed to bend like that. And then
Nah.
what was hilarious about the whole thing is that masterful like performance that Jimmy Crute put together from the time that this happened until the time that the fight was stopped. It was absolutely masterful. First off, his leg did that. He immediately went to wrestling. And then for a second, I was like, oh man, this man might be in trouble. This is crazy. And then he wasn't. And that's okay. But then he got back up, leg gave out, fell again, and then finally made it through the round. And then got to the corner. And this is where the performance started to happen. And he sat down and kind of looked at his leg and whispered, what's wrong with your leg? Hey, man, my leg ain't working. And then he got up and the ref was like, yo, you can walk to me? And so he started kind of walking and then it kind of a little shaky. And then the ref, the doc was like, nah. He like, come on, man. What? Boom. And then fell because his leg gave out. And then he's like, yo, I could have keep going. And it's all this. And then they interviewed him. And he was like, nah, homie, my leg was gone. I was going to pull guard like a mug when I went out there. He knew his leg was hurt, boy. But he had a masterful performance because he was going to get them to let him finish his fight. But it was pretty gruesome. But
that wasn't the worst one. That was not the worst one.
Not as gruesome as that.
I mean, Anderson Silva was at home watching this fight like, hey.
That's what happened to me.
That happened to me.
So, okay.
Prayers up to Chris Weidman, man. Well, speedy recovery, man. Seriously. So he can come back strong, man. But that right there, boy.
They sent us an update. He was giving us a thumbs up so we could talk about it. But listen to me when I tell you this. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. This is my eyes. While I was watching it, they were that wide. It came out, it was a little intense. I was like, I ain't really want to watch this fight, but now I really want to watch this fight. And Uriah Hall became the first UFC fighter to ever win a fight without throwing a single strike.
Single.
He didn't throw a single strike, won the fight. First kick. And then my good buddy, he said, actually, there was 2 kicks thrown. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, when he kicked him, and then his leg wrapped around his foot, kicked him in the thigh. I said, I said, I said, no.
There was 2 kicks that night. Oh my goodness, man. This was gruesome right here. I am so glad I did not see this. I am so glad. I was on the road back to the house to watch the main event fights, and I missed this one. I'm so glad I missed it because when I was on the phone with you and you said, ooh, I almost threw up. I'm glad I missed that one. I am so glad I missed that one.
I was in the floor. It was so bad. Dude, I need you to know my eyes were wide open when I saw that man's leg wrap around at full speed, and I knew exactly what happened when it hit him. And I was like, I bet I won't never throw another leg kick in my life. And Derek Lewis was hilarious because the next fight, they were throwing leg kicks. He's like, these ladies out here throwing leg kicks. They crazy. So I'm like, oh man, I just
that was
he had
I saw it because you like to send stuff on Facebook.
You know, if I gotta see it, you gotta see it.
If you gotta see it, I gotta see it. I saw it and I was just like, that was one of the most gruesome leg kicks that I've ever seen in my life. And that might have been worse than Anderson Silva when he did it off of Chris Weidman.
Chris Weidman, which is totally ironic. And,
very ironic.
And to everybody on Facebook that wrote the word karma, I hope you step in a pothole. What are you talking about?
That's not karma, man.
It's not karma.
Anderson threw the kick.
He threw the kick. Chris Weidman checked it. Chris Weidman didn't say too much. I mean, he had to try to kind of defend himself when people were calling him the fake champ and all that. He's like,
well, he was.
It was a proper technique to check a kick. That's perfectly fine. Everybody's like, it's karma now that you threw a kick and he checked it. I'm not sure how that was karma like. What was karma maybe being in the first fight when he was when Masvidal was saying, I'll be out here baptizing these fools, and then
he got
catch a little baptism. That's karma. This is just ironic that he was involved in the 2 most gruesome leg breaks besides Corey Hill broke his leg, but I don't think it was in the UFC. But past that, I don't even see no more. Go ahead and let us know about Habits 365 so we can get to the
Hey
next one.
man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We also partnered with Smooth My Balls, man. Smooth My Balls. Hey, if you want to get a shaver that doesn't nick them when you shave them, go with smoothmyballs.com, man. We're affiliated with them as well. But we're gonna do our review pretty soon, man. We gotta smooth them up so we can review it up. But if you want
Hmm.
your ad down at the bottom right corner, man, you can always hit us up at
My feet smell like butt at gmail.com.
hey, greatest email account ever made. Let's get into the next topic.
Now, look, one of our comments said, let's watch it again. We can't do that on the
No,
show. We
no,
can't do
we
that on
ain't
the show.
finna.
We get in
No,
trouble.
we're not. We're getting in trouble.
Uh, uh, Book face. I'm trying to,
Yeah, I want to
change
book them in the face because they
change
keep
change their
messing up
name so
stuff.
you won't know who it is. They don't really like when you share stuff like
Oh,
that.
but
But
they
look,
can book on hell.
speaking of slapping in the face, how about your boy?
Hey yo, DC said on site, I will slap you.
But
He
then he
saw him
seen
on
him on
site,
site though, so he
then
tried it.
slap him.
It didn't slap. So that's what Jake Paul was talking about. Like, what happened to all that on site stuff? So like, you wanted to get smacked in the face, is what you telling me?
Look, I'm gonna tell you something about this little situation right here. Look, Daniel Cormier, DC, what are you about 250? He probably weigh about 280 right now. What you think?
But no. I don't think he was a real big heavyweight. So he probably a good solid 250,
Top
255.
solid 250. But if you a solid 250, right? You fight MMA. So MMA is more like a street fight kind of deal, right? So you could do things to somebody, especially at DC, especially with his wrestling background. And then he got some striking background too. If they ever saw each other in the street, I think DC would murder this fool.
Bro,
Now in a
hold on, hold
boxing
on, hold
ring,
on, hold on, hold on.
in a boxing
No.
ring,
DC would knock the brakes off of his face. Boxing, MMA, it does
look,
not matter.
in a boxing ring, I think it's more 50-50 in the boxing ring. I'm just saying, personally. I don't think DC striking is up to the level of a boxer. But I would love
He
to see
ain't a
it.
box. Jake Paul ain't a box. Who? How? We didn't say he was gonna go fight Tyson Fury. We said Jake Paul.
So, so Jake Paul has some skills, man. He has some skills. He slept
Not
some
enough to
fools.
beat Daniel Cormier.
I don't know, man. I think it's 50-50. But if this in the streets, oh, DC straight murdering this fool. Gonna
You
put him in something,
lost your
gonna put him
mind.
in a pretzel, choke the shit out of him, and then punch him in the face. Look,
I
but
just want to know this.
DC said, you keep putting my name in your mouth, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. That's
He
what he
said,
said.
and then Jake Paul was like, "Yeah, you put your name in my, but you said my name first." I mean, I know he probably didn't say it like that. You said
He
my
did.
name first.
Probably
He
did
he
say it like
his
that.
his voice got a little high pitched, and hey, you said my name first, buddy. Um, Look, I need you to know. I want to know what happened. Like, I don't remember the whole scuffle. I only saw it afterwards of when this happened. But was DC going? Yeah, man, these fights are great. Is that boy? And take his
Yeah,
headphones off
yeah.
and then go over there and check this dude and then come back to the booth. Because I remember he said, "Yeah,
DC
Jake
did.
Paul come up on me, I'll smack him" on the live broadcast, which was
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
But did my
yeah, yeah.
man get out of his seat,
Yes,
leave the booth to go over there
yes,
and
and
confront this dude, and
yes,
then come back and sit down and be like, "My bad, I had to
yes.
take care of the business."
DC is a real DC a real one, man. He a family man and he a real one. He said on site. He saw him on site. I'm telling you, if that altercation between him and Jake would have lasted another minute, I feel like DC would have slapped the shit out of him.
I
I'm
don't,
just
I
saying.
don't even think he'd have slapped because look, I look at look at my man over on the side, right? Is he security?
I don't know. He would have slapped the
let me
shit out of
let
him
me
too.
let me let me read let me read his mind real quick. He said, "Yeah, man, he getting real close. I can't wait for him to snatch Jake Paul around here so he could sue and we could get paid." Cause that's all he got. Cause if he think that he about to get out there and do anything, this is so that's the most useless spot a bodyguard could be in ever. Is this dude is talking smack to the light heavyweight champion of the world, and the bodyguard's like, "What? Are you want me to shoot him? Like, what am I supposed to do?" Not a
Yo,
daggone thing.
DC just as big as the bodyguard. It probably still trains just as much as you did in the
Hey,
past too.
he'd have just mushed him out the way, and he'd have fell over, and then Jake would have like, shit. He'd have snatched him right over that railing, and it would have been a wrap. I'm
Man,
glad we didn't see it, my man being very professional. I'm glad we didn't see him being very professional. But if I was DC, I'd get a camera and a crew. I'd show up at his gym in some jogging shorts and a wife beater and be like, hey, on site, let's ride.
hey, for sure, man. So for sure, hey, you ain't saying nothing but a thing, man. I feel like DC should do that, man.
Just
DC should
ride
go
up.
up in there while he training, be like, hey, man,
Hey,
I'm finna slap shit out you.
it be like, look, it ain't even like that. I'm just trying to get a couple rounds. I'm just trying to
I
get a
think,
couple rounds.
I
And
think you should
watch
walk
Jake
in.
Paul be like, oh, I don't owe you nothing, man. I don't need to wrestle with you. I'm better than
We ain't
that.
wrestling. We ain't wrestling.
No,
I'm
I'm
finna
just
slap shit
saying.
out
No, he already said that. Remember, he said it.
Ben
Ben
Askren.
Askren. No, I don't
Yeah.
need to wrestle with you. I'm above that. You know, you a scrub. Yeah, you know you gonna catch that work.
Ben was gonna put his ass in the pretzel, man. Seriously. He gonna fold his up like a lawn chair. Hey, but look though, DC need an open palm, slap the
just
shit out.
just mush him.
Hey, you know how you come down to my face, just
Oh,
slap shit out.
the slap push.
Yes.
Where you slap all the way till you get to the face and you stop and then
You
you just
mush
mush them.
it. Yes.
That'd be
I feel
terrible.
like that would have been great, man. That would have
That'd
been
have been
great for TV.
disrespectful. That'd have been disrespectful. That's
Very
terrible.
disrespectful.
But look, what we got in other news.
Hey man, next week, catch us next week, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. We gonna do something real good, man. We gonna keep it real, man. We gonna do keeping it real. New movie just came out, April 25th. That's today, ain't it?
Yesterday.
Oh, it's yesterday? I thought it came
Everybody, it might have came out on the 23rd because people been talking about it for a while, and so
Mortal Kombat.
bam, 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 bam. That ain't the
Talking about Mortal Kombat next week, 8 o'clock. We're gonna keep it real, man. We're gonna give you everything that we know about the movie after you watch it. We're gonna give you the ups, downs, all arounds, and then we're gonna give it to trash cans 1 through 5. We're gonna tell you which should you go watch it or should you trash the shit out of it and not look at it. We're gonna keep it real live on Trash Talk with Bobby and Shine, 8 o'clock next
be
week.
there,
That's Sunday
be
in May.
square.
Be there. We're gonna be here. You be there. Talking live. Trash Talk Bobby Shine. Keeping it real. Man, Mortal Kombat, man. If you played the game in the past, you're gonna have to watch this movie. If you watch the movie in the past, you gotta watch this movie.
There's
Because
a
we're gonna kick the
stipulation.
shit out of.
There's a stipulation. There's a
Go ahead.
stipulation to this. Forget the game. Forget the game. You ain't lived. You ain't watching Mortal Kombat if you didn't watch the first movie
Exactly.
or the
You right.
second one when
You
Raiden
right.
when Raiden came out with that little fresh haircut. Look, hey, watch them first. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch the first two, and then I'm gonna watch
Shine.
this.
Before we get off, man, I gotta ask a question. Is Mortal Kombat the only movie that we've seen that has no meaning?
No meaning to what?
Like there is no plot.
It's so what movies all together or just like those
In
types
general,
of movies?
man. So like if you watch Marvel, there's a plot. There's a beginning, middle, end.
Someone's
Then
trying to
from
work
the
towards
end,
something. Yeah,
then from the end it goes back to the beginning because they do it all over again, middle, end. Batman, you can see it from the beginning. He's in Gotham City. He's fighting crime. There's a plot. There's something to it. Mortal Kombat is like 8 or 9 individuals that have different talents, do different things. They come all together to one site and they fight. And
Yeah,
they
but
finish.
that's just about at least okay. Oh, we're
But
gonna
you
put it
just
we're gonna
remake
put it
it.
like this. We're gonna watch it. So
Sub-Zero
we're
comes
gonna
back.
watch it. We're gonna talk about it because we haven't seen the new one. But I just need you to know the last movie did exactly what you kind of sort of needed it to do without all the action of what you thought Mortal Kombat was gonna do. At least they didn't do Street Fighter
True.
with Jean-Claude Van Damme. where
True.
it was nothing like the game.
Nothing. Nothing.
They
You
just
you right
try to
about
make
that.
a whole new movie and just use the same names and the people look the same. That's all they did.
You right. You right.
So,
You right.
you know,
I'm still interested
I'm
though.
still interested.
I'm
We
still
watching.
interested. Yeah. So catch us live next week, 8 o'clock. That's May what?
Made a what?
May the what? That's May 2nd, baby. May 2nd.
May 2nd.
May 2nd. Next week, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Keeping it real. Bobby and Shine Trash Talk Show.
When we come
And then
back, it's
right
gonna be
after though,
May.
right after we got the Trash Talk Countdown Show. We got some things to talk about too as well. Got some MMA going on next week as well. So there's a couple fights that's very interesting. So we'll get into that next week as well too. But Shine, you got anything else you want to say to the people, man?
Nope. It's been real.
It's always real, man.
It's been good.
Good tonight.